There is a quiet moment that shapes a child's life more than most people realize. It is not when they receive an expensive gift. It is not when they get a good grade at school. It is something much simpler. It happens when a child starts to speak and notices whether someone is truly listening. When a child feels genuinely heard, something important happens inside them. They feel safe. They feel valued. They feel that they matter in the world of the person standing in front of them. That feeling strengthens confidence, self-worth, and the way a child learns to express thoughts and emotions. This means that the way a mother listens to her child can influence how the child sees themselves, how they build relationships, and how they face the world as they grow. Many mothers believe they need to do more, teach more, fix more things. But very often what changes a child the most is not doing more for them. It is being truly present when they speak. There is something many people do not notice. Most children do not feel ignored because their parents do not care. They feel ignored because adults are distracted, rushed, or thinking about too many things at once. Small everyday actions can completely change this. Experience. In this video, you will discover 7 simple attitudes that help any mother strengthen her connection with her child, create a more emotionally safe environment at home, and build a relationship that will stay with that child for the rest of their life. The first attitude may seem small, but it immediately changes how a child feels when they start talking. Look into your child's eyes when they speak. When a child begins to tell you something, they are not just sharing information. They are trying to understand where they stand in your world. If the answer comes while you are looking at your phone, finishing a task, or paying attention to something else, the child receives a silent message. What they are saying is not that important. But when a mother does something very simple, something that takes only a few seconds, the impact can be powerful. She pauses what she is doing. She turns her body toward the child, and she looks directly into their eyes. That small gesture makes a child feel recognized. They feel that their presence matters. Moments like these are where confidence begins to grow. For a child, being seen and being heard are part of the same emotional experience. When they realize their mother is truly present in that moment, they feel safer to talk, to ask questions, and to share what they feel. You might not remember every conversation you have had with your child over the years, but your child will remember the feeling they had when they spoke to you. There is another detail that many people do not notice. Often a child begins speaking and the adult interrupts before the child even finishes the sentence. This habit may seem harmless, but it can affect how a child learns to express themselves. That leads us to the next attitude. Let your child finish what they are saying. There is a common habit among adults that often goes unnoticed. A child begins to tell a story, and before they finish, the adult responds, corrects them, or completes the sentence. It happens quickly, sometimes with good intentions. A mother may think she already understands what the child is trying to say and wants to help, but the child experiences it differently. When they are interrupted again and again, they can start to feel that their words do not have space. Over time, they may begin to speak less, hold back their thoughts, or believe that what they feel is not very important. Children are still learning how to organize their thoughts. Sometimes they simply need a few extra seconds to find the right words. Those seconds are important. When a mother listens until the end, something powerful happens. The child realizes their voice has value. They understand they can speak without rushing and without fear of being cut off. This kind of listening teaches much more than conversation. It teaches respect, security, and confidence. A child who grows up knowing they can finish their sentences often becomes an adult who communicates more clearly and feels more confident sharing ideas and feelings. There is also something else that happens in these moments. When an adult listens patiently, the child feels less pressure and becomes more comfortable sharing what is really going on inside. often the most important part of the story appears after the first few sentences. A child may start talking about something simple that happened during the day and only later reveal a worry, a fear, or something that made them sad. If the conversation is interrupted too soon, those deeper moments never appear. Listening until the end may seem like a small thing, but for a child it means they have room to be themselves. There is another simple gesture that can strengthen this connection even more. Get down to your child's level when you talk. There is a simple detail that can completely change how a child feels during a conversation. The position of the body. Most of the time, adults speak to children from above. The parent is standing, busy with something, while the child is looking up, trying to explain something important. Even without words, that difference in height can create emotional distance. Now imagine a different moment. Your child begins to speak. Instead of answering quickly while continuing another task, you move closer, kneel down, or sit so that you are at the same level. The conversation changes instantly. For a child, this communicates something powerful. You are not just hearing them. You are truly present. When a mother lowers herself to her child's level, she creates a space where the child feels more comfortable and safe to talk. They do not feel watched from above. They feel welcomed. This small gesture often helps children open up more. They feel calmer explaining what happened and sharing emotions they might keep inside if the conversation felt rushed. Some of the most meaningful moments between parents and children happen in these simple interactions. By meeting your child at their level, you send a clear message. This conversation matters. But there is another common mistake that happens when children begin to share their feelings. Acknowledge the feeling before trying to fix it. Many conversations between parents and children follow the same pattern. The child comes to share something upsetting and the adult quickly tries to solve the problem. A child says they are scared and the response is that there is nothing to be afraid of. A child says they felt sad at school and the response is that it was not a big deal. The intention is loving. A mother wants to protect and comfort her child, but the child may receive a different message. When their feeling is dismissed or corrected too quickly, they can begin to believe that what they feel is wrong or unimportant. Over time, some children stop sharing their emotions because they feel they will not be understood. There is a more powerful way to respond. Before correcting the situation, recognize the feeling. If a child says they are sad because a friend did not want to play, you can begin by acknowledging that it probably hurt and that it makes sense to feel upset. When a child realizes their feeling has been understood, something changes. They feel accepted. That acceptance opens the door for guidance, comfort, and learning. It also teaches an important lesson. Feelings are part of life and they can be shared without fear. Children who grow up feeling understood often develop stronger emotional confidence and healthier relationships later in life. But there is another factor that deeply affects how children feel when they talk to their parents. Give your child your full attention for a few minutes. Modern life is busy. Mothers often balance work, responsibilities, and countless daily tasks. Because of that, many conversations happen while something else is going on. A child speaks while dinner is being prepared. They tell a story while messages are being answered. These moments are normal in everyday life. But children also need something else. They need moments of complete attention. This does not require hours. Sometimes a few minutes are enough. When a mother pauses what she's doing and focuses entirely on her child, the child notices immediately. There are no distractions, no divided attention, just presence. These short moments tell a child that they matter. Many times, when a child receives a few minutes of genuine attention, they speak more openly and feel more emotionally connected. It might happen before bedtime, during a quiet moment in the evening, or during a simple pause in the day. For a child, a few minutes of real presence can be more meaningful than long periods where attention is divided. And there is another simple habit that helps children open up even more. Ask questions that show real interest. Many conversations between parents and children start the same way. A parent asks how school was. The child answers that it was fine. The conversation ends there. These questions are common, but they often do not encourage children to share much. A more meaningful conversation begins with curiosity. Instead of asking general questions, try asking about specific moments from the child's day. Ask what the funniest moment was. Ask if something surprised them. Ask if they learned something new or interesting. Questions like these show genuine interest in the child's experience. When children sense that interest, they begin to share more details, thoughts, and emotions. These conversations help children reflect on their own experiences and feel that their stories are worth telling. Over time, this builds closeness and trust. And when a child shares something meaningful, there is one final attitude that can transform the entire conversation. Show that you truly understood what your child said. Listening does not only mean staying quiet while someone talks. There is a way to show that their words truly reached you. One of the most powerful ways to do this is by repeating the idea in your own words. If your child says they felt sad because a friend did not want to play, you might respond by saying that you understand they felt hurt because they wanted to spend time together. This simple response shows something very important. It shows that the child has been understood. When children feel understood, they feel respected and valued. That feeling strengthens trust and encourages them to share more in the future. Often after realizing they were understood, children begin to explain more about what happened or reflect more deeply on the situation. Being understood is one of the deepest emotional needs any human being has. For many children, the first place they experience that feeling is in conversations with their mother. No mother is perfect. Every parent has tired days, stressful moments, and times when patience runs low. Childhood is not built on perfect moments. It is built on repeated moments of connection. When a child knows they can speak and someone is willing to truly listen, they grow with greater confidence, emotional strength, and a stronger sense of belonging. Sometimes the most powerful thing a mother can offer is not a perfect answer or an immediate solution. Sometimes it is simply the decision to pause, look with attention, and listen with an open heart. Because inside every child there is a quiet question that appears again and again. They want to know if what they feel truly matters. And every time a mother listens with presence, patience, and care, she answers that question in the clearest way possible. She shows her child that they are seen, heard, and deeply valued.